I think we're live. We'll see. Let me know. Let me know if you guys are hearing me okay. Um, well, it looks like it's okay on my end. Um, so I thought I'd start a little bit early because I wanted to mention that some stuff is leaked before the reveal of the F 150. I don't know how accurate this is, but this was leaked earlier today, and so it looks like good. Yeah. So it looks to me like finally the Cybertruck has some real competition. That's what it looks like to me. I'm actually, this is the most excited I've been about an EV truck reveal, especially with these prices. So I think this is going to be really interesting. So 230 miles, yeah, entry level. That's a little bit light. But one of the things I'm really going to be interested on is whether or not they talk about their range extension option that leaked out because of a patent application with a slide in, basically turning it into a hybrid. I think if they actually have that ability, I think that the range question is going to be much less substantial and could actually, people might actually like the F-150 for range more because they theoretically could have almost like infinite range with that if they actually announce it. I'm super interested on that. Um, so from a price standpoint and a performance standpoint, it looks like it's slightly worse on the performance characteristics than the Cybertruck, but with they haven't used up all their tax credits, so this is going to be, this is a pretty impressive offering. So I'm going to be really interested today to find out about uh, like attachments, because this is something that is a big deal in truckland, and we haven't really heard much from Cybertruck about things like winches, plows, that kind of thing, and this being an F 150. Now, this is F 150s are not really as work oriented as F 250s, but I will really be interested if they've got accessories that will adapt to this. I'm also interested in the suspension. That's a big component. That's one of the big reasons I'm so excited about the Cybertruck is the suspension. So I'm going to be really curious to see whether or not they're doing anything different with the suspension. Their payload is a lot less. Supposedly the payload's like 2,000 pounds, but their towing is like 10,000 pounds. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the reveal shows. So I guess we got 6 minutes. Any, yeah, the price and the incentives, or the price with the tax break, theoretically, that could put the entry level truck at like 32.5, which is, again, I'm waiting because, like, is that going to be for a crew cab or a standard cab? That's one of the other things. Are they going to offer different, like they do with the regular pickups? Are they going to offer different cab configurations, different bed lengths, or is it pretty much going to be just like one model? Because if you're getting a Super Crew with well, I guess it's 230 miles of range, but a Super Crew truck for 32.5, that's like the same price as a gas because of the incentives. So yeah, this is, I'm really excited about this. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what the answers to that are. So I am, yeah, I'm most interested in suspension, accessories, and the range extension feature that they put in the patent application, whether or not they're really going to have that option. So, yeah, that's it. I don't really, maybe I should have started a little bit later. Um, I think, I'm trying to see if there's any other details that they released in that leak. Oh, 775 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, that's, I wonder if that can't be, that must be the dual motor. So supposedly the cheaper one is a single motor, and the XLT is the dual motor all-wheel drive, and I'm guessing that's the one with the 563 horsepower, 775 foot-pounds of torque. The Power Stroke diesel engine, I believe, has right around 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. This would put it at the highest torque. None of the F-150 current offerings come anywhere close to 775 foot-pounds of torque. I think their best F-150 is somewhere in the low 500 foot-pounds. That should make it a hell of a great towing vehicle. And especially, honestly, for like our company, using as a company vehicle, this could be, they're going to sell a lot, because for towing around town, like we're towing landscape trailers, we're towing trailers all around town. So we're not putting on more than 50 or, maybe on a big day, 100 miles. So to have a vehicle that could potentially tow a 10,000 pound trailer with 775 foot-pounds of torque, this is going to be super popular for people for work vehicles. Yeah. Cybertruck, this is real competition. So I'm wondering, do you guys have anything in particular you're looking for or wondering if they're going to address? 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes left here. Yeah, cab size. So they had the only images that have been leaked all show either these all look like Super Crew. So, or maybe they're the standard crew. I can't remember what that one's called, but that might be. And I don't know if I thought I saw somewhere that they were going to offer 5.5 foot bed as standard, which makes sense. This is going to be, that's the most popular configuration that most people get. So that would be my guess. I wonder how they would accommodate different cab sizes if based on the battery pack. So, and supposedly hits the dealer, available mid 2022. So real close to when the Cybertruck comes online. So Cybertruck will probably start spinning up, and I'm guessing more production, because I would think, just like with Cybertruck, batteries are going to be the big limiting factor. So, well, charging infrastructure, my guess, I'm pretty optimistic that I think maybe in the short term, the charging infrastructure might be a problem, but it sure seems like Tesla's getting ready to open up their charging network, and the infrastructure build out for other chargers is pretty fast. I mean, other charging options are scaling pretty quick. In our case, like with I think I'll bet the prices are based on crew cab, because I really think I don't think they want to cede any ground to Tesla. That's my perspective. So I think they're going to try and match Tesla on the most important names, like bed size, cab size and bed size. Yeah, compared to the way GM approached this, I think Ford's recipe is a lot more impressive, even though it took them longer to get here. Please not a bunch of is CGI.
We brought the car to the American people. Then we built them a truck. A hard-working partner with an unbreakable handshake. The tool that turned American spirit into American progress. But the American spirit is a restless storm. And we're riding out to meet it. Driven
Real
by
images,
a century
not
of
CGI.
innovation. To help build a better world.
I did put the engine start button.
It's time to stop thinking about the future and get ready for today. It's time to bring the lightning.
Good, not a bunch of
Please
ads.
welcome Bill Ford, Executive Chair, Ford Motor Company.
Well, good evening and welcome to Dearborn, home of the Ford Motor Company. As we mark this pivotal moment in our history, I'm so excited and proud to be joined by our employees, our UAW partners, our dealers, customers, media, and everyone who's joining us around the world. Many of you have been part of the Ford family for generations. And in many ways, this event and what you will see tonight is a generational celebration. More than a century ago, Dearborn became the epicenter of American ingenuity and progress. This is where the Industrial Revolution took hold. This is where we unlocked one of the most important rights we have in this country, the freedom to move and to pursue dreams. And Dearborn is where, 73 years ago, the first F-Series rolled off our assembly line. From the very beginning, the F-Series has always been more than just a truck.
Windows.
It became a symbol for American strength, endurance, and resilience. And that's why the F-Series has been the best-selling truck in the world for the past 44 years. Part of what makes it so special is that we never stop working to make it even better. And when we committed to making an electrified truck, we set an incredibly high bar for success. It had to be good enough to be called F-150. The F-150 is the world's most popular and trusted truck.
Man.
And the F-150 Lightning will be the smartest, cleanest F-150 ever. And it's pretty powerful. In fact, just yesterday, President Biden was in Dearborn, and somehow he convinced the Secret Service to let him drive the truck on our test track. He had a blast, and he left some rubber on the track. Now, there's no doubt that this truck is powerful, but it's also a showcase of what's to come from Ford. We're just as dedicated to delivering for our customers as my great-grandfather was when he invented the assembly line over 100 years ago. And that's what today is all about: reinvention and improvement, forward and upward. Technology, not for its own sake, but to make people's lives better. As America's favorite vehicle is now electrified, this is a defining moment for our company, a watershed moment for our industry, and on a personal level, it's really gratifying for me. It's a truck that will usher in a cleaner future for our country, and it will fulfill our promise to our children and our grandchildren that our generation is committed to leaving them a cleaner planet. 2.5 years ago, we celebrated the 100th anniversary of the Rouge, and I promised our employees that one day, when we built an all-electric F-150, we'd do it right here in Dearborn, which is why we're building it at the Rouge in a plant that is environmentally progressive as the F-150 Lightning is itself. And the Rouge is more than just a factory. It's been a source of pride and opportunity for generations of workers. And when many in Ford wanted to abandon the Rouge as it fell into disrepair years ago, I decided to make it the greenest plant in the country. The F-150 Lightning will be built in America and for America, because Ford is built for America. We employ more hourly workers and assemble more vehicles in the U.S. than any other automaker.
Man. Get on
As I
with the
see so many
reveal.
of our
Wanna
employees
see the
here
truck.
tonight, I'm reminded that they are what makes us different, and they are what set us apart from other companies. And they will continue our proud tradition of innovation at the Ford Motor Company. This is a historic day for our company. It's an important day for the future of our country, and I am so proud to be able to share it with all of you. Thank you so much. And now, I'd like to introduce Gerald Kareem, Vice President of our UAW Ford Department. Gerald?
They really know how to take the wind out of the sails for an awesome truck reveal.
Thank you, Bill. I am so pleased to be here today for this exciting event with Bill, Jim, Linda, and all of you to announce the all-electric F-150 Lightning. As we all know, the F-Series is America's best-selling vehicle, and I know that our members are so proud to be
That's
the workers
price
whose
of
hard
doing a live
work
stream.
and dedication will build this vehicle
You
of
have
the
to
future.
watch it.
And I want to recognize each and every one of them. I am so proud of my UAW brothers and sisters. I want to recognize Bill Ford for his early vision and focus on sustainability, and Jim Farley for his dedication, forward-looking perspective on what the future of auto must be. And Linda Zane, the engineer who worked with our UAW brothers and sisters to make this
isn't the
F-150
Mach-E
Lightning
built in
a
Mexico?
world-class vehicle of the future.
I thought it was.
This is truly a partnership, a long-standing, strong partnership of respect and vision. And I'd also like to recognize UAW President Roy L. Gamble, a member of UAW Local 600, for his leadership on his home turf. Region 1A Director Chuck Browning, as well as my top aide, Steve Zimmerler,
politics here.
who are with us here tonight. And of course, Bernie Rickey of UAW Local 600 and Nick Catalis, chair of Dearborn Truck, and their officers and teams. Today's investment is not just an investment of technology and money. It is far more than that. It is an investment in the future of UAW
I wonder if
Ford
they'll do a tug of
workers
war
and their families.
with
It is an
Ford
investment in
F-150
technologies
Lightning
that will
pulling
create
a gas
sustainability.
Ford,
Let me
kicking
say a
its
few
butt.
words about the workers who come to work every day and put their talent and sweat into building the F-150. About 4,400 UAW represented hourly workers build these vehicles. And I know my brothers and sisters believe in the work they do, forging vehicles that will contribute to the better future for
Just
us all.
breathe deep, and
As
wait.
we look forward, as we look toward that future, much
glad I
has
got
been
some
said
whiskey.
about the transition to new technologies. And we are all working our way through this monumental shift. We remain proud and excited to build this iconic F-150 Lightning. On behalf of the workers who build this new electric vehicle and our partners here this evening, we launch a new chapter of UAW Ford innovations in sustainability and good jobs. Today is a good day for Ford, the UAW, and our nation. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce the
Another person.
all-new F-150 Lightning. Let's take a look.
All right, thank God.
By now, we've all heard a lot of talk, a lot of promises.
1, 2, 3.
A lot of lengthy descriptions about what electric is.
4, 5.
This is ironic.
We think it's time to see what it can do. It's time for electric to turn into lightning. An electric truck that can match the ambitions of
Nice-looking
this
truck.
nation. That can haul on both ends. That shows up to the job site with an extensive resume.
So it's going to have the power bank.
That can help build your house.
Oh.
And if need be,
Oh, it's gonna do.
Power that
it's
house.
gonna do vehicle to grid.
puts a big
Pressure's on the
ridiculous
Cybertruck
smile
now.
on your face every time you hit the accelerator. That feels like a bullet train and works like a freight train. The only EV quick enough, tough enough, smart enough to carry our name. The only EV that's an F-150, the fully electric F-150 Lightning. Remember where you were when you heard about it.
So it is gonna have vehicle to grid. That's a big deal. I don't know why they insist on doing these commercials. It's not like that's what people are sitting here to watch. Oh, yeah. Some specs. It's so fast, I can't see what they're writing. Well, I didn't see anything about an adjustable suspension. I didn't see anything about a range extension. We'll see. Okay. It looks like there's a bunch of mounting points on the front. That's good. So they're obviously going to accommodate a lot of accessories. At least on the front bumper, it looks like.
Here it is, the all-new, all-electric, all-capable F-150 Lightning. I'm Linda Zhang. Tonight feels like a dream come true for me. It's a dream that started when I was 8 years old and rolled in a car for the first time, just
please.
after my family moved to America
Just tell
to
us
start
about
a new
the
life.
truck.
11 years after that day, I joined Ford when I was 19. And now I feel so fortunate to have led an amazing team
That is not the base
that
level.
worked day
That
and
is
night
like-
for
that's-
the past 3 years to create
That's
the
I
truck
think
of the
that's way too
future,
nice.
F-150 Lightning.
Probably, at least the XLT one.
Anything is possible when you dream big, and that's what we did. So let me tell you why F-150 Lightning is like no other truck. Building on over a century of truck know-how, we unlocked the full potential of EV technology, and wherever we saw the opportunity to improve, we took it. Jim will tell you about the drive experience, but with its low center of gravity and perfect weight balance, this is the best handling F-150 ever. And It has the fastest acceleration of any F-150. To harness that performance, F-150 Lightning features 4 selectable drive modes: normal, sport, off-road, and tow haul, and is always 4x4. Plus, the ownership experience is
Always
packed
4x4. Does that
with
mean the base
advantages
model is
only
four-wheel
Ford
drive?
EVs offer.
That's
You get
pretty good if that's the
revolutionary
case.
power. On the go, available features like enhanced Pro Power on board delivers up to
Oh, they got
9.6
plugs in the front.
kilowatts. Available at
That's cool.
21 charge points around the truck, including 11 outlets, enough to power an awesome tailgate or an entire work site. And at home, intelligent backup power makes the F-150 Lightning
9
your own
kilowatt-hours.
personal power plant, automatically
Powerwall
powering
is, I
your
think,
house
12.5.
for 3 days during an outage. This is a first for an EV truck. There's storage under the hood like you've never seen before, and a standard full-size bed. Inside, F-150 Lightning comes as a Super Crew with
Yep.
plenty of room for 5.
Standard Super Crew, standard.
F-150
full-size bed, so
Lightning
that's a 6.5
offers
foot
an
bed.
ingenious array of connected, intelligent features. With enhanced zone lighting all around the truck, you can find your
If they're
tools
offering
or
four-wheel
light
drive
up
at
your
$39,900,
campsite.
that's a
Available
big deal.
onboard scales analyze your payload, while Ford
That's cool.
Intelligent Range pulls in factors like that payload alongside weather, traffic, and towing information to accurately calculate your range.
I think the
And with
Cybertruck's
Ford
gonna have
Pass,
that. They
Power
said
My
it would.
Trip will identify charging routes before even starting your journey. Not only do you get a 12-inch digital cluster, you can also get a massive 15.5-inch center screen running
that's an
Sync
upgrade.
4A,
So the big
which
screen
puts
is an upgrade.
control of this
So you
connected
get the
truck
standard.
at your fingertips.
You get the standard screen.
Plus, a suite of new tools like Smart Hitch and Pro Trailer Hitch Assist means that towing doesn't need to be a 2-person job.
Probably those are
It's
upgrades.
also
They are
the
right now.
only electric pickup that's built Ford tough, dependable and torture tested with an all-new frame which uses the strongest steel ever in an F-150.
Break a window.
This
Break a window.
is a truck that can tow up to 10,000 pounds up a brutal hill in extreme heat or cold. Rugged underbody protection keeps the battery safe with metal skid plates shielding both the battery and inboard motors from tough terrain. The battery itself is secure inside a waterproof casing surrounded by crash absorption protection, which all adds up to excellent off-road performance. This is the smartest, most innovative F-150 Ford has ever built, designed to bring our customers what we believe is the best driving and ownership experience on the planet with 0 emissions. I'll hand it over now to our president and CEO,
So they don't
Jim
have a
Farley,
flat bottom
to tell
like
you
the
more.
Cybertruck.
Thank you.
They just have skid plates. I'm gonna be curious to go back and look at that undercarriage shot. To me, this is more of a Lordstown killer than it is a Cybertruck killer. I don't think the people that are buying, I think these are going to appeal to
Well,
two
thank
different
you, Linda.
markets.
I also wanted to thank Bill Ford, Gerald Kareem, and this incredible team that made this evening possible.
I drive
This
one for
is
sure.
what
I think they're
passion
beautiful.
of the Ford Motor Company can do. This is American innovation, and this is a moment of tremendous pride for all of us at Ford. This revolutionary truck will be built just a couple of miles away from here at the Rouge, where my grandfather and so many others
Yeah, I don't
were
see how
proud to punch
Lordstown
in every
makes
day,
it
as
with
Gerald
this.
said.
this
You
is a
heard the
better
specs
truck
and
coming out
details from
sooner,
Linda.
and that
She's
assumes they're
terrific.
even a real company.
But I want to tell you
I mean,
what it
they're really
actually
going to be able to
feels
produce
like
the trucks.
to drive this truck. You know, I've been lucky enough to be involved with lots of amazing vehicles in my career with a few brands. But this truck is totally different. Bill Ford and I went to the test track recently to
Just
drive
tell us
an advanced
why it's
prototype.
different.
And even though I was pretty close to the development of the F-150 Lightning, I was completely blown away. It's like no pickup truck I have ever driven. The driving experience is a complete thrill. We're targeting 770 foot-pounds of torque. And just
Yeah,
under
that's why I don't think this.
600
I don't think it's going to compete with the
horsepower.
Cybertruck. I think
0
it's
to
too
60 for this
different.
truck is in the
I don't think they
mid-4
overlap.
second range. That's quicker
People that buy this
than
are the people
Raptor.
that can't
And it's a
stomach
lot
the thought
quicker
of
than the
driving
original
the
SVT Lightning
Cybertruck
performance
because
truck.
of the aesthetics.
But what makes it so unique is it's so quick, but it's super quiet inside and so smooth. It's got a totally new independent rear suspension. As Linda said,
Okay,
standard
independent rear
four-wheel drive
suspension.
and
That's
a very
new.
low center of gravity
Current
because of the
F-150s
batteries.
have a solid axle suspension.
It hauls ass
So that's a big deal.
and tows like a beast. Metaphorically, it might as well
Not
have a
adjustable
Superman
air
cape
suspension, but
and a Captain
independent
America
rear wheel
shield.
is a big step up.
Now, if you lose power at home, like the ice storms in Texas, the F-150 Lightning will power your house for day upon day upon day. And it's all seamless and controlled through your phone
I mean,
on the
I don't-
Ford Pass
96
app.
kilowatt hours. I don't
And
know
then there's the
how- I mean,
Mega
90
Power
yeah,
Frunk.
96.
It's a whole new automotive term. You press a button and the whole front of the truck opens. And it's amazing. 400 liters of space, 400 pounds of payload up there, 4 plugs to power your tools at a,
I like the-
at a
I
work
like the
site,
power
your
outlets in the
Traeger
front.
grill, your flat screen
that's
TV, your mini
cool.
fridge at the tailgate. And the cabin is a perfect blend of luxury. No one does luxury like the F-150.
For
But
what trim
technology
level?
and lots of clever features.
That's what I'm wondering.
boy,
I
do
feel
we
like
have
they're showing like the
technology.
limited here,
Including
and then the
a
XLT one is
true
going to be.
hands-free highway driving system we call Ford Blue Cruise. The F-150 Lightning will just get better and better
Standard?
every day,
Are they going to offer that
every
standard,
month,
or
every
are they
year
gonna charge
with
you
the
extra?
over-the-air
They
updates
currently charge
that we
extra for
call
all their
Ford Power-Ups.
ADAS features.
They'll fix bugs, continually improve the user experience, and add completely new features and technologies. Now, range will never be a concern with this truck. You charge it overnight, and with the extended range batteries, we put as standard dual onboard chargers that make the charging go really fast. And you roll out in the morning with the electric equivalent of a full tank of gas. And if you need to charge on the go, you'll have access to the largest public charging network in North America, thanks to Ford. Now, a lot of people would think with all of that, all of those features, all that capability, all that technology, that this would be a 6-figure trophy truck. And I'm proud to say, we worked really hard, and this F-150 Lightning starts at just under $40,000.
The auto industry's favorite phrase, starting at.
And that's before you get your federal or state tax credits. And if you're a
What does that
commercial
include?
customer, we have an F-150 Lightning just for you. It offers the lowest cost of ownership of any truck we've ever made. It needs less maintenance because it has 40% less moving parts and powertrain. And of course, you never have to stop at the gas station. But this is just one part of the Ford plan, as Bill said, to lead the electric revolution. Let's take a look.
Ugh.
So right next to me
Are we done?
is
Are
the
we done with
Mustang
the
Mach-E
Lightning?
that has
Is that it?
redefined the American muscle car for the electric era. People see it, they drive it, and then they buy it. 70%
we'll
of the
have to
people
see
who
if
have
they have
ordered
the
the Mustang
reservation
Mach-E
page up yet.
are brand new to Ford.
When this is done.
Now, for all of you here tonight who really like speed, this is your lucky day, because this is the new GT performance version of the Mustang
Craig,
Mach-E.
I don't-
It's
are you getting
much
that on-
faster
is their
than
website live?
the one that we've already launched. It looks great.
52
It is
for an
fantastic to
XLT,
drive.
yeah.
And over there,
I'm really
is the
wondering
backbone
if
of business.
if the all-wheel
The most
drive is
innovative,
available, is
ingenious
included at the 39,000.
of
That feels to
the
me like
number
it's a
one
single
commercial
motor.
van, not just in the U.S.,
But-
but in the world. Now, that e-Transit will launch later this year, here and in Europe.
Mr. Hawk, a lot of people
And
like
there's
that.
the F-150
Not me.
Lightning. Now,
It's like
this truck
sold out.
represents all that our country can do when we push for progress, as Bill said.
Look at this van.
So that's the end of the show. But frankly, it's just the beginning
That's the
of a
end.
whole new
That's
era
it.
at Ford.
We're done.
Please take a look
No,
at this
no
closing
banging
video.
in the door with a
And for more
sledgehammer. No
information,
broken windows.
To reserve your F-150 Lightning,
kinda-
you
it's-
got to
they
go to
just don't know how
Ford.com.
to-
It's only going to cost you
They don't know how to
$100
bring
to
the
make a
drama like
reservation.
all Elon does.
So thank you for sharing this incredibly special evening with
Okay.
all of us. Good night and thank you.
Well, so I wonder if the F-150 site is live now. Let's see. Reserve F-150 Lightning. Okay. Yep, here we go. So let's see if they're going to give us. Let's see if they're going to actually give us. I mean, they're making an awful big deal about the backup power thing. 2 motors. I guess it sounds like the 2 motors is standard. That's pretty interesting. The entry model. Oh, okay. So that means it's commercial oriented. Means it's like got really Spartan interior, like vinyl seats, or I'm really curious to see what comes with that $39,000 vehicle. I guess you can't place an order yet. You can reserve. Okay, let's see what happens. Reserve now. Select a dealer. Nope. Nothing. Doesn't do anything. Reservations explained. All right. No, I guess. Oh, wait. Okay, so can I do? No, it's not letting me. I hover over reserve now. So place order beginning in fall of 2021. Okay, so yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a lot. It's not like even when the Hummer revealed, at least they had the different price points. This kind of feels a little bit like a shell game because I can't even go in and do a reservation unless I'm missing something here. Yeah, it's like not live. I can't actually reserve it. Because when I try and say reserve now, it's not there. So, well, I'm sure more information is going to come out I think this will probably do quite well because it's a conventional truck. I don't know how Lordstown's going to compete against this. And it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna affect Rivian very much because they're more like a Tacoma. So they're in a kind of a different market. I think this is gonna do really well. It's not, for me, there's a lot of reasons why the Cybertruck brings a lot more value, including the bed, the tonneau cover, the stainless steel body, the adjustable air suspension, the performance, the range, the network, blah, 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 the ADAS features, autopilot, whatever. So to me, but if you were someone that wanted to go electric and you looked at the Cybertruck and you're like, there's no flipping way I'm driving that thing, it's too ugly or it's too radical. To me, this is by far the most viable competitor. So I tried to select a dealer, it won't let me. So I click in there, like the drop down that would allow me to, it's not turning on. So it's not engaging like as I hover, there's no drop down. And then when I try and, so I try and do a reserve now, and it doesn't let me progress. So I just don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready yet to start accepting reservations, or whatever. I'm a retard or my browser is dysfunctional, but I'm sure some of these details will be fleshed out. My guess is what they showed today on stage is this 52,974 MSRP, which is, good. I mean, I think it's good. I think it's going to sell really well to people that want an electric truck and don't want the Cybertruck, because the Hummer is a toy. The Rivian is a mid-sized truck. So I think this is, if they can produce this in volume, I don't know how they're going to supply batteries to do it, but yeah, I think this will be pretty successful. Well, so I don't know. Maybe it's some setting on my browser. Yeah. Oh, it says 94. No, it doesn't say as shown. It doesn't say 90 is shown. I doubt I can't imagine that if this is real, that you can't get something in this $50,000 to $60,000 range. But again, $50,000 to $60,000, you're looking at a tri-motor that's $69,000. Now Tesla doesn't have the credits, the rebates anymore. So we'll see if they pass the law that gives Tesla the ability to offer rebates again. But if Ford gets to offer the rebates with this, that's going to be also pretty compelling. Click the zip code caret. I don't know. I tried doing that. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Reserve now. All right, here we go. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's it doing? Is it gonna look at? Well, I don't know. I don't really want to pay him $100. Well, I'll mess around with this. I don't want to type in all my personal information here while I'm streaming. But I will mess around with it. That was good. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Oh, it did the platinum trim. Yeah, when I was looking at it, I thought, boy, this looks really nice. This looks really nice for an XLT. All right, yeah. But I will say, if four-wheel drive is standard, then I think that's kind of a big deal. If they can provide a four-wheel drive pickup at $39,000, a crew cab, full-size bed, even if it's commercial grade, even if it has vinyl seats, that's pretty good, because if you get the credit, you're at $32,000. You cannot buy a four-wheel drive XLT crew cab or a XL crew cab for $32,000. I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm pretty sure that those are, and that was before the chip shortage and the steel shortage and all that other stuff. So yeah, that I'm really curious to see what's included in the $39,000. That's probably one of my things I am most interested in. Now, I'm also wondering, since they're very aggressively promoting their vehicle to grid technology, if we're going to see other EV pickup trucks match that. If Cybertruck and Rivian will suddenly say, well, Rivian, I don't even think they have outlets, but the Cybertruck has outlets. So now it does make me wonder if the reason we haven't heard an update from Tesla is maybe they were waiting to see what came out with this, and then they're gonna adjust the Cybertruck design in order to compete more directly. I think that would be interesting. Oh, Leonard, you just reserved one. Did they give you any more details on the? Did they tell you like what the price is, or did you just have to like reserve one randomly, or did you get to pick specs? I mean, normally when you go on, you can go in and you can choose all the different features and blah blah blah. I don't know how the reservation works. Okay. Well, I think that's it. I'm really impressed. I think Ford so far, they have the best competition to the Cybertruck that there is in terms of price, features, and if the $39,000 one or even the $52,000 one is kind of in the general performance ballpark as the Cybertruck. And this will sell well. I expect this will sell very well. So, yep, I think that's, I don't really have anything else. Okay, no configurator. So, yeah, Leonard just did the reservation and there's no configurator. So it's just kind of a blind $100 reservation that then I guess at some point, it looks like fall of 2021, they're going to actually add the full configurator panel, and then we'll get to see sort of how this breaks out in terms of price points. My guess is some stuff will start getting leaked out, and probably the auto journalists. A lot of times what happens after this is like Car and Driver and some of the other real prominent auto journalists will drop an article with more details. Maybe they got like an inside track. A lot of times that happens. So I'd expect in the next, few weeks we'll get more information. 110. Yeah, that makes sense because they said 96 kilowatt hour charge for the grid. So you'd have to assume that wouldn't drain the just because of battery management. They'd have 5 to 10% capacity in there. So now it would be interesting if that 110 kilowatt hour, if that's the standard and they're getting 230 miles out of that, that would tell you there's a noticeable, and I would expect there to be a noticeable battery to range differential with the Cybertruck, because again, the way they design that with the tonneau cover and the aerodynamics of it, and just Tesla's, as far as we know, still having the most efficient motors, et cetera, battery management, blah, blah, blah. So be curious because we don't yet know what the Cybertruck, the dual motor Cybertruck battery size will be. But my guess is it won't be, they'll probably be getting 20% better than Ford. Well, they actually said 96 kilowatt hours a couple of times. They flashed it, 96 kilowatt hours. So that's why I would have said, yeah, probably 105, 110, because they're never gonna let you drain the whole thing down. All right, I think that's it. This was cool. Thanks for participating in the old live stream, and catch you next time.